It's Wednesday. It's Homer. It's the Marksmen Show. I'm Noah. I'm Landon.
And we are back for
episode 16. Last time we were here at the Marksmen soccer field, it was packed. Thousands of Pep Club members. This whole parking lot was filled with tailgaters. And we had so many members of the Pep Club, in fact, that we got kicked off the field. We were put behind the fence. And, you know, the sectional rules are no air horns and props. We were outside the premises, so row rules applied. We were out in the parking lot. It was a great time. And next week, we're going to be back here filling the field. And we'll talk about that later in the show. And last week, so this week's episode 16, if you missed last week, we played a game with Devondre.
And in that game, we went to him right after he got done with track practice. He was so tired, had no oxygen in his brain, couldn't think. And we quizzed him a couple of trivial questions. And he didn't get any of them right, but right when we turned off the camera, he got all of those questions right. So credit to Steve. He was a great contestant for the game. He was tired, all right? So let's give him some slack. He's a smart man, Devondre Brown. All right, so Tuesday, there's a whole bunch of juniors are tasked with doing a big test that's state mandated, and that's the SAT. We have to find some people to ask what's going on. How do we expect this is going to go? And we're going to try and find some juniors. Let's go to the track. All right, we are here at the track right after track practice just got finished. Tomorrow, Tuesday, during school, pretty much the whole morning, right? We're going to be taking the SAT. That is a test that pretty sure you have to take to graduate high school, regardless of the score. All juniors across the state have to take the SAT. And one person we found here is Cam. He's going to take this test tomorrow. What do you expect from this test?
It's going to be very boring, and it's going to take a long time, but it's important. So.
Yep. What's your game plan? Are you planning on doing real well in the math or maybe the language arts?
I'm a math kind of guy, so I'm going to get all those right. Probably none of the English.
Yes. And what's your goal score for the SAT?
Probably like 1350.
1350? That's
Very respectable
very
score.
respectable score. So, taking into account, did you study? No studying. So, what are you expecting the result of this test? What score? It's out of 1600.
I have like 1,050.
1,050? That's pretty close to what I got. So, I'd be a pretty good score. So, and I studied a whole bunch. So, I'd be really proud if you got that score too. And last question, are you more of an English dominated or math dominated student? English
Really?
dominated.
Yeah.
So you're hoping for close to that 800 mark on the English and writing portion.
Yeah.
All right, last junior here again after track practice. We're all dying to get out of here, but we have Lucas Kale. He's getting ready to take the SAT tomorrow. What are your expectations?
It's definitely going to be long. Math is going to be hard.
What's your current math level right now? Like what class are you
In trig.
Trig. Oh, all right. We are here in the conference room with the three people we interviewed yesterday for the SAT. Lucas, Dunya, and Camden all took the SAT this morning. How did that go?
Went pretty good. Took a while. The math was pretty bad. Had to read a lot through the language arts, but not bad overall.
It was pretty good. I didn't understand a lot, but it was fine. The math was kind of hard. The geometry part, but it was fine.
I think I did pretty well. The second module on both of them were a lot harder than the first one.
So that was the SATs. I'm expecting 1600s out of all three of them. I hope it went well. Thank you, guys.
All right. SATs, a lot of mixed bag of expectations. Hopefully, they can kind of bounce back from that hard test.
Yeah. And this week is also FFA week. Monday, they had a competition, and to honor that, we had some dress-up days. Tuesday was
Dressed like a coach.
Yeah, dressed like a coach. And Wednesday, for you guys today, it will be dressed like a dynamic duo. Maybe you guys can dress like your favorite host on your favorite show, on your favorite school. So maybe wear your steel-toe boots, wear your jeans, wear your hard hat and safety glasses. And that's in honor of FFA. They had a competition Monday. I don't know how they came out on top or on bottom. We need to figure out, and to talk about that, we're going to find a man with a big beard.
Luscious hair.
Yeah, luscious hair. Jesse Huff. We found Jesse Huff here, Vice President of the FFA. And real quick, what does FFA stand for?
FFA doesn't really have a stand for anything. It's kind of words up there. It used to stand for Future Farmers of America, but it's kind of just abbreviations that mean nothing. I like to say it stands for the future of agriculture.
What motivated you to join the club?
I don't really know. I know my mom really wanted to start a goat farm, so I figured, it's only been here for 2 years. I figured I can get something out of it that I could put forth and with her.
And before we got on air, we talked a little bit about Jesse's future. All right, so he's planning to go into law enforcement and minor in business at Vincennes. What geared you towards that career path?
Definitely my coach, my offensive line coach. He was an officer down in Tell City, and he kind of pushed me into a way of law enforcement. You know, I like what they stand for. I like what they do. I figured I could be a big asset and, you know, change some things the way they need to be changed.
With how reliable he was on the offensive line, I'm sure he'll be just as reliable out in the field.
And as you can tell, he's very good at taking interviews. I'm sure this isn't his first time taking an interview. You sound crisp. You sound better than probably our hosts, to be honest.
I'm extremely nervous.
No, you're not. You don't have any red on your cheeks.
No, not at all, right? You don't see it either.
No, all right. So they had a competition Monday. I'm sure that went well.
It was definitely a learning experience, you know, only being 2 years on, and you're still learning things after, you know, 4 or 5 years, so it's definitely a learning experience.
So that's FFA. We are here with Vice President of this club, Jesse Huff. Thank you.
Oh, all right. It is sectional week for the boys basketball team. All right. So first round of sectional action is in Brian Taylor Sports Arena Wednesday against North Posey, an opponent that we've already beaten. Granted, it was a big win, but now that we know we can do it, I'm sure we'll come out victorious, and I hope we come out victorious Wednesday in the first round of sectional action. And now junior high wrestling, they're coming to a very busy week, having dual meets Monday and Tuesday. They'll have a busy weekend and a whole next week. Notorious with junior high wrestling, it starts up late and it ends really fast. So it's wrapping up really fast. Good luck to them. And recapping on over this weekend, we had a runner-up at the Big Cat Invitational. And to talk about that, we're going to go see Bo. Bo!
All right, we are here with Bo. He is one of the 4 placers at the Big Cat Invitational this past weekend. He is one of 4 placers, including Charlie Hunley, Alex Mottler, and Gavin Glenn. Of those 4, he was the highest placer. He got second at a Big Cat Invitational, which is pretty impressive. I've never even won it, so he's done better than I ever did. Introduce yourself. What weight class do you wrestle?
I'm 125 and sitting at 116, so 9 pounds under. And
Being that far under, do you have like a go-to breakfast the day of meets that you eat before the bus leaves, or maybe a post weigh-in snack? What's your go-to?
probably like an Uncrustable, honestly.
An Uncrustable, a grape, or a strawberry?
Great.
A grape Uncrustable. Ugh.
Yeah.
So he's 9 pounds under. That's a pretty big obstacle to tackle, even in junior high. What do you kind of foresee upcoming in this week's competitions?
Hopefully more pins for all of us and just better performance all together, and yeah, just a lot more pins.
More pins, more wins. For Bo, he's here for junior high wrestling. Good luck this weekend. Good luck next weekend at PAC. And that's Bo.
All right, so as Landon mentioned at the beginning of the show, we're here at the soccer fields because we're running an inclusion event ran by the Student Leadership Committee. It's a group of people that are handpicked. We try to get students involved in other ways and try to bring light to certain aspects of sports through our leadership qualities. And our next task was finding an inclusion event. So next Wednesday, starting at 6 o'clock, this is open to any student. All you have to do is email me if you're interested. We're doing a soccer match, and that's with Special Olympics. And if we get enough people involved, enough money raised, then Tell City High School will be part of a group called Champions Together. So with that banner, we'll be kind of more reputable as a high school, and it's a really great look. And it's a fun activity. It's a soccer match. You sign up, you are guaranteed a spot on the team. It's going to be super, super fun. Weather should be nice, and free food, free drinks. Teachers are involved. Hopefully lots of students are involved, and you'll hear more about that on the announcements. Yeah, that's a student inclusion activity next Wednesday at the soccer field. Oh, all right, junior high swim. Last week we talked to Cooper Brockman, and what did he do? Well, he claimed that he would swim the 100 free rather unconfidently, but he was right. He did swim the 100 free from what I heard.
And then Monday tonight, as we're recording, is Pike Central. Hopefully they're doing well right now. Hopefully some of you guys are watching junior high swim. And it's basketball section week, like we mentioned. And we're going to play a quick game. All right, we're here in the auxiliary gym. We're going to play a quick game with all the calculus students. It's where you make a shot. If you make it, you try to win the Connect 4 game at half court. If you don't, either way, it's going to the next guy in line. Boys versus girls. For those that don't know, this is what we're doing during halftime of the sectional game this Wednesday at here in the Brian Taylor. Make sure you show up, and we're gonna play this game in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, both of them made it.
All right, here we go. That's the game. That was it. Ladies with the win.
The girls win the calculus special. Basketball sectionals this Wednesday. Be there in the Brian Taylor. We'll see you next time on The Marksmen Show.